We're here with Scott Morris of Arcane Wonders. I know last year we talked to you guys about Mage Wars and got sort of a quick demo and rundown of the game.
Sure.
And we were sort of curious about what's new at Arcane Wonders is with Mage Wars and maybe other things too.
Sure, yeah. So Arcane Wonders is growing. As you know, we've got our Dice Tower Essentials line that's going to be coming out later this year with our first game, Sheriff of Nottingham. And a lot of people have asked, what does that mean for your flagship product? What does that mean for Mage Wars? Most people know us for that, and now we have a different line, so they're concerned about what happens with this. I can definitely tell you this is our foundational game. This is the base of what Arcane Wonders is. It's got a great community, a great player base, and we're expanding and growing on it. We've got a lot of different things that are happening. Literally here on July 2nd, we released the brand new expansion, this one, Forged in Fire. This is a Spell Tome expansion. It has an alternate Warlock and an alternate Warlord. Tom actually did a review on it recently as well and enjoyed it. It's something that gives you a different play style from the existing alternate Warlock and Warlord, plus more cards for your other mages as well. The things that I really have enjoyed about this set, this Warlock is all built around fire. And in our game, one of the abilities you can do is you can actually light someone on fire and burn them. In the past, once you burned someone, that burn token stayed on them until they somehow got it off or that character died. With this Warlock, she can manipulate the fire and move it around. So if you're the mage that I'm fighting against and I light you on fire and burn you, and then you have a creature next to you that I've gotten down to like 1 or 2 health, I can use her ability and literally manipulate the flames and move them over to that creature, let it kill that one, and then go back and focus on you. So you got a lot of flexibility with it. And then the Warlord, only because I'm built like him do I love him. The Warlord is all about dwarves forging iron. So he's an anvil throwing Warlord is what his name is. He has the ability called runesmithing, which is brand new to our game. When he casts equipment, he's allowed to stamp it with a rune. There's 5 different runes in the game that he can use once per game, and he can make some things more powerful, some things more defensive. He can do a lot of different combination ideas between bringing something out with 1 rune, having it come back to his spell book, and then recasting it with another rune. So there's a lot of different options. And like a good dwarf, he's out there with his hammer forging away. So it's really cool stuff. Then on top of that, there's a lot of great cards that are in here for existing players with other mages that may be interested. A lot of players look at something like this and they immediately think, oh, well, I only want to get that if I like the Warlock or if I like the Warlord. But there's actually cards in all of our sets for all of our mages, which is a great thing. And then on top of this, later we're going to be bringing out another set that is what we call a mage expansion, introduces 2 brand new mages into the game. Later this year we're going to be bringing out a set called Paladin versus Siren. And that one I'm really excited about because when you say Paladin to anybody, whether you're a board gamer, a video gamer, or a role-playing gamer, there's an archetype that people think about, right? Sword and board, deal and heal, it's a familiar type thing. When you say Siren to somebody, it may not automatically click. Immediately people think merfolk, but then you have to start to think about what are the options that person can do. So the Siren's going to bring a lot of new gameplays into the arena. She's going to have some mind control spells, things that will lure people to her, give a totally new style of gameplay for people. So that expansion is going to be really fun because you got something new, something old, something for everybody in between. So that's going to be really exciting. And I love the artwork. The artwork on the Paladin, every time we've shown the Paladin artwork to people, they immediately go, yep, that's a Paladin. Like they just nailed it and then got really good on it. So we're really excited about that. And then looking forward down the road, we've got another product that we're working on right now. It's in development, but we're really excited about it. It's called Mage Wars Academy. And the concept behind it is that today, if I want to get into Mage Wars, we have a great core set, but it is a pretty big starting point. It's a $60 set, it's 4 mages, it's 330 cards, and for a great hobby gamer, that's a wonderful starting point, but for a more casual gamer, it may be a little bit too much to bite off and chew. So what Academy is going to do is it's going to be a more streamlined way to be able to play Mage Wars, and it's going to offer something for new players, and it's going to offer something for existing players. We're really excited about it. It's a game that we've been in development right now. We've actually just started playtesting pretty heavily with groups, but it's something as simple as I have a spell book, then you have a spell book, and we're able to play without a board. You have a zone in front of me, a zone in front of you, and then a zone in between us. I cast my things to my spell, or my zone, you cast your things to your zone. We move up to engage. You're in the same zone to make a melee attack, or you're in different zones to make a ranged attack. And it's something where the cards in Academy will all work inside of Mage Wars. Not necessarily every card in Mage Wars will work in Academy. So it'll be cross-pollination. It'll be something for existing players to look at and go, hey, There's maybe some new mages in there. There's new spells I could use with my existing spell books, and it'll be a new jumping on point for new players as well. My favorite part about it, and this is just because I'm selfish and I really think it's a cool idea, is that you and I could take our spell books and literally play a game in like 15-20 minutes. Today, Mage Wars takes about 45 minutes to an hour to play once you're familiar with the game. So the option to be able to take 2 spell books, go to lunch, have our food over here, and we're chowing down while we're playing over here, and still get that fix in is really a lot of fun. So we're really looking forward to that. So.
Now, I know Mage Wars has a lot of customizability and that sort of thing. Is the Academy one going to be a little more sort of just right out of the box kind of game?
Exactly. Yeah, we're going to want it to be something that people can pick up and immediately sit down and start playing. They don't have to put together a spell book or anything like that. It'll be already pre-built for them, ready to go, but with the options of expanding on that spell book as well. So after you play the game, you've got your starting spell book, you play it a couple of times, and maybe you're like, hey, okay, I'm a warlord and I'm starting to play with all these cards and I'm getting the feel for the game and I understand it, but now maybe I want to splash in a different hammer, I want to splash in a different shield, and things like that. So we'll have the same type of customization, but it will be a much easier starting point for people to jump into the game as well. So as much as possible, lowering the barriers to entry to enjoy a great game. So
absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I know when we talked a little bit earlier about kind of how much stuff Arcane Wonders is working on right now and prioritizing all the different things.
Yeah.
You say the Academy thing's coming out in the future. Sort of how soon can people expect something like that?
We are trying to get it out by Christmas, but just to be very transparent, we do have a lot of things that we're working on. So no guarantees and no set street dates on anything yet. It is in development. Yep. I mean, it's definitely a product that would be great to be available by Christmas for everyone. So we definitely want to do that, but we're going to do our best, obviously, with Paladin and Siren coming up next, with Sheriff of Nottingham from the Dice Tower Essentials coming up next, and some other games that are in the lineup. So I would say best case the end of this year, worst case beginning of next year. So.
All right. Well, thank you for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Appreciate it.